but the way in which Usyk, and you see it, I feel like I physically see him go into the tool bag and bring out tools that people ain't seen before and go through the gears. The way he went through the gears of AJ, I'm a big AJ fan, and I was watching it thinking, AJ about to get knocked out.
Yeah.
I was thinking, honestly, I think this smaller guy about nearly 2 stone about to knock out AJ right in front of my face.
Yeah.
And even against Tony, like I always speak to Tony Bellew about that fight he had. And Tony was like, for the first 4 or 5 rounds, I thought I was doing okay, but I knew I was fucked.
Yeah.
Because he said I could see him starting to...
well above his IQ.
Yeah.
Though.
Like he was making me do things that I was like, this... He said, what did Tony say? Like my brain was starting to fry.
Yeah, but you can see that though.
Yeah.
I could see the whole time he was winning the battle, but he was never winning the war. It's like when you watched Marcus Brown against Baterviev. You knew he was winning the battle, but you knew the war because like you're bouncing around way too much. Your legs are going to get rubbery. They get tired. And then later rounds, your legs are going to be tired. Then you're going to be sitting there taking shots. You're not going to take shots from this guy. Golovkin used to do that to loads of people. Kell Brook and that. They're winning the battle.
Yeah, everyone got excited when Kell landed an uppercut. And I was like,
but you can see him closing distance as the rounds.
It's getting closer and closer. And so Kell's working and working.
And that's what I mean. Sometimes you win the battle, you're not winning the war.
Yeah.
So with Tony Bellew, we always knew where that was going. We knew he was going to get to him. But when you watched him come up to the heavyweight properly, he boxed Chisora. Chisora made him look like he was just too strong for him.
Yeah.
Like most of the fight, he was just fleeing, getting hit from corner to corner. So I thought AJ
was going to also... Chisora's got that kind of ball style, though. Chisora doesn't care to get hit.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like he trusts his chin. I don't know what it is. Like, Chisora's been knocked out, but there's something about him like, hit me then.
Yeah.
Whereas AJ, for some reason, and even said him today, I looked at him and think, you're massive.
He's massive, isn't it?
But I can't believe the size of him.
Every time you see him, he looks
every time I feel like, have you got an inch taller or something? Look big. I looked at his feet like you wearing them kind of trainers. Look big. And I'm thinking... You got to put it on this man.
That's what I thought. I said to myself, whenever I asked my predictions leading up, I said, listen, AJ's going to get into him, get stuck in, and just start letting his hands go. I was obviously wrong because he wanted to. I think AJ kind of knew in the back of his mind he could do that. So we said to myself, I'm boxing Tyson Fury.
Do you think he really said that? Do you think AJ really had that mindset? I know what you're going to say, like, I'm just going to try and outbox him.
Yeah.
Do you think AJ really thought he could outbox that guy?
The problem is, as a boxer, sometimes the crowd, when someone keeps saying things about you, and you lose your discipline, it makes you want to prove the crowd wrong.
Okay.
So everyone said all AJ can do is come forward and let his hands go.
Yeah.
He can't box to save his life. So they're saying Fury just outbox him. So AJ wasn't looking at Usyk as the final goal.
Yeah.
So what he wanted to do is show his boxing ability. He wanted to show his boxing skills. That's why he brought Angel, and you saw the drills he was doing leading into that camp was all boxing stuff.
All boxing skills.
It wasn't aggressive stuff what he used to do with Rob McCracken on the pads.
Yeah, we feel like he's
more,
smashing the pads and the
you
bag.
see him smashing like, ooh.
Like, like, whoa, he looks bigger as well.
Looks big, bah, 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 bah. You're like, ooh. But if you watch Angel, slip, roll, boom, 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 boom. He was doing things that was boxing IQ. We don't see him doing that usually. So when he got in there, if you watch the fight back, you can see him trying to outbox him, trying to jab, move back. And you heard him, stick behind your jab and move, AJ. You never hear his instructions to stick behind their jab and move. So he's gone in there with a game plan like, I want to show my boxing skills.
I think Usyk thought, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I genuinely think Usyk thought, what are you doing?
He thought, no, he's tricking me.
He's playing around.
Yeah.
Like, you trying to outbox me?
Yeah.
I think Usyk looked like, do you know who, have you looked at the resume? You're trying to outbox me? He was shocked.
Went to get on his back and he's like,
huh? Okay, I'll come forward then. Yeah.
So I just believe he went in with a wrong game plan. And I believe in the two, hopefully don't make me look bad, AJ. I believe he's going to come out and do what he should have done in the first fight.
Do you think he trusts like himself? I think Usyk hooks a lot harder than people give him credit for. Usyk, I think he cracks hard. Even today, I know AJ's taller than him, but in terms of like frame, Usyk's gone quite big.
Yeah, he's got bigger.
Yeah, and I'm like,
the problem is the time goes on, the more he's getting developed into the weight.
Yeah, now he's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Because he's almost like, everyone talks about the heavyweights being big, and I'm like, the tall ones, but every other guy is just out of shape.
Yeah.
Like, really and truly, you should be 16.5 stone. You know, I mean, Andy Ruiz should be 6'1" and 20 stone. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I think Usyk's now a proper heavyweight.
Yeah, he is.
And now, when I asked him today, like, what are you fighting for? He said, my country. And I was like, yo, that sounds like Ivan Drago.
Yeah, that's
good. Quite scary.
That's he's motivated.
That's what he said, bruv. Like,
smiling. He looked motivated. I saw, I don't know, it was the press conference in, where was they the other day? Jeddah.
Yeah.
And I saw the way he was looking at AJ. I could see his face. He wasn't here to play games. He's joking and smiling, trying to thingy. You can see his face. He's come with a different mentality.
Yeah, when he walked in today, I just like, I'm a big AJ fan. I don't pretend not to be. And I was like, yo. And I was like, AJ, you ready? And it's like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I need a bit of whatever Dillian White and Chisora have inside.
Yeah.
Can someone just give that to AJ?
Yeah.
Like, I know AJ, I know he's the former heavyweight champion, and that might sound disrespectful, but I want that even Deontay Wilder aggression in AJ. Like, be a bit more aggressive.
It's mad because I always say this about AJ, that people always judge you obviously by your last fight, and I get it, or your last 2 fights. Yeah. Considering the man, I think he's had like 24 fights, mad, 22 wins, 20 KOs or something.
I think like 10 world title fights.
Yeah,
like 10.
He can bang and he can be aggressive. Yeah. I think what he's tried to do is to learn on being a student in the game and start working on his weaknesses. Yeah. But I think he's been bringing out what he's been working on in the fights, where maybe he should have carried on a little bit longer in the gym working on them and brought his old style into the ring. I feel like this fight we're going to see, I believe we're going to see the old AJ.
But he's got Robert Garcia. And Robert Garcia is an aggressive trainer. All these fighters go that way. Yeah. There is none of that back foot fighting business. Or
we seen Maidana against Floyd.
Yeah. Look, exactly. Maidana against Floyd. Maidana against Broner.
Against the Floyd one.
Was you?
Yeah, went out.
And look what Maidana did.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Put it on Floyd. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Time. Put it on him, bro.
Literally, I'm telling you, that was here.
Oh my God.
He'd have got unanimous.
Yeah, Maidana would have won the fight.
Yeah, easy.
100%. What? The guy that put in all the pressure on.
Yeah, throwing all them punches.
100% would have got that fight. Yeah. So hopefully, Robert Garcia, and look, I don't know if it's long enough. He's been with AJ. AJ said since December. I think that kind of got leaked until August. Is that long enough to implement? Is that long enough to get in sync with a trainer?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. That's a very long time to stay with someone. And I think it's not a situation where, like, if I was, for instance, who's an aggressive coach? All right, I was with Robert Garcia, and then I've got a fight coming up and I went with Dominic Ingle. Yeah. No, it's not long enough. Yeah. Because you're changing everything you're doing. The whole boxing style, switch hitting, everything, that takes years to develop. So it's going to take me a few fights to get into that whole thing. I think Robert Garcia doesn't make it that complicated. He wants to see you aggressive, coming forward, closing that ring down and sticking it on you. AJ with Rob McCracken was doing that for years. We're now just bringing back his old style back.
See, it's true. Robert Garcia is not trying to change. No. He's trying to say, what I saw 2 fights ago, I want that guy
I want that back.
Yeah, I want that guy.
So he's just working on what he's worked on his whole career.
Then, do you think he's working on?
I believe that he was just thinking ahead. He was looking at the Fury fight and he said, look, I've got to work on my boxing for the Fury fight. And he wanted to try out his boxing because he knew that Fury's a boxer. So sometimes you're looking one step too far. And that's why sometimes you don't negotiate fights. Well, I got another fight involved. Yeah. And I think it was just a simple factor of that. Now, hopefully he can understand that. He's got Usyk now. He focuses on that fight and he goes out and executes.
Imagine if AJ does win. Him versus Fury.
What's happened next?
But it's the biggest thing ever.
I can't wait. I'll be there.
It'll be like, I tried to explain to someone that doesn't watch boxing. I was like, you do understand that fight will sell out Wembley in 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Like literally, there's not like you can have a stadium that fills 500,000. It's selling the whole stadium.
Selling it.
It will be so big.
Nah, we might take it Dallas.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, it's one of the ones that have to go to Glastonbury or something.
Yeah, it's mad.
On the field.
Yeah.
It'll be so big. It'll be incredible.
That is going to be the biggest fight ever.
Like,
I believe.
Ever. It'll be.
They'll top any numbers.
Anything, right?
You look at that. If Fury and Dylan can do them sort of numbers, or AJ
Think about that. If Fury and Dylan can do 90,000 in a second, AJ. But at the presser today, bro, I'd have never seen so many cameras. Yeah. I'm like, who are all these people? Like, listen, all these people. When world I took that media.
Short notice fight against Buglioni.
Yeah.
Straight away, obviously, I flew back. 2 days later, I had to fly straight into Cardiff for the press week. I had more people at my weigh-in than I had on any of my boxing shows on the AJ undercard.
Really?
I could not believe the cameras. I couldn't believe the crowd.
It's incredible.
To jump on the scales. I was like, this is.
I wonder how he deals with all that. That must be difficult because even today, like he got out, he signed autographs and he's nice, but there must be a part where it's like, oh man, this is a lot because he's been earning good money. He's like, does stadiums, does stadiums.
I feel like the first time he done a stadium, not the first time, but when he done the Klitschko one, I felt like he didn't deal with it well. Yeah. Well, I think he's in the gym at the time. I think he took in the crowd too much, the occasion. When he boxed, was it Usyk last? And I saw him talk to people, hugging old ladies and stuff.
It made me feel. I got angry.
Yeah, I was like,
I think he kissed a lady on the way in.
Yeah, hugged her.
And I was like, Is he nervous? I didn't understand.
Sometimes you can take in the occasion too much.
Okay.
And I said the same thing with Canelo. He took the occasion in too much. He took his eye off when a fight. Yeah. This is a show for you lot.
Yeah.
But I'm in a fight.
You're right. It's good.
So it's like, for instance, when I came out, I embraced the music, embraced the crowd, and I spotted everyone here. And I focused on the ring and him. I know I'm in a fight. Like, for you lot, enjoy. I'm not even seeing you shouting, screaming because I'm focused on you. Yeah. Canelo and that are embracing the crowd. They're on the podium. They're waving and smiling. AJ done the same. And that right there can suck half the out of you already.
We need to see like old school Mike Tyson just fucking walk to the ring.
Cut his
towel. Literally the towel.
Man's a multi-millionaire, man. Cut towel walking out. Black one.
Boots.
Yeah,
like,
no
just
brand.
in the ring. And I think he used to carry the WBC around his waist
Yeah.
like that. Just that's it.
Didn't care.
I'm not here to
No glitz and glamour.
No spudding.
No tassels. No
Nothing.
spudding. I'm going to the ring. Security's basically got to protect the crowd from him.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm on one. And I think AJ, I personally believe he's coming with that.
I think I 100% believe interviewing him today, he's got that energy back.
Yeah.
Like, he's angry with everyone.
He's angry with
Like, he's
everyone.
even angry with me. I think I said something in a video and he looked at me like, yeah, he gave me that look like, I've seen the video. But we're good. So I think he's fully focused.